calling for the ban of Hasan Piker is something that's so refreshing to say. I don't know about you guys, but like I have been so tired of watching Asmongold softball Hasan for years, and I understand why he does it, and I understand why he needs to do it, but finally getting in there and just fucking saying how it is, holy shit. I've been doing this shit for like 3 years now, so it's good to see Asmongold potentially, I haven't seen the clip yet, doing the same thing that I've been doing. Let's talk about it.
How are we doing today? Parasite, grifter, nepotism, baby. Are suits fitting okay? Yes, they're fitting.
Here we go.
Why would you read this?
Pretty good.
Yep.
You like it?
No, I don't. It looks awful.
Yeah.
This looks terrible.
He does look very... Wait a minute. Oh, well, I actually think Hasan Piker looks great. Yeah, I feel like Asmongold is just being a little bit of a hater here. I think Hasan Piker looks very handsome. I do. Very cool guy. I respect this guy a whole lot.
Why would you wear a striped undershirt with a, like, this, like, circular pattern tie?
Yep.
You know what he looks like?
Go
It's
ahead.
like in the
He looks like an outcast of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He looks like a background character.
Bible, right? I'm talking about the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Like, if Satan comes, like, basically, because, you know, Satan is always a very well-dressed man. He's, you know, like, very well-groomed, etc. And, you know, so...
And that's why Asmongold dresses like shit, of course.
Obviously, people will believe him. Same as Sauron in Lord of the Rings, by the way. Or the Silmarillion, actually, in this circumstance. So, I mean, can you imagine, like, this is what Satan would appear as.
True.
He would. If there was like a 1970s movie of like The Wolf of Wall Street, and it's a guy that's going to make a deal with the devil, and the reason why I'm saying this...
You know what the worst thing is? He's absolutely right. And I don't want you guys to forget, look at how fucking small Hasan's head is. I mean, that thing is tiny, guys. That thing is tiny.
Is because this looks like rattlesnake print on your fucking on your tie. It does.
Yep.
It looks awful.
It does.
This is the worst tie I've ever seen in my life.
Facts.
It's Mephisto or so. Yeah, Mephisto. Oh, Mephisto. Right.
Yep.
Is more important than a movement that's that wants to put workers first and like improve people's lives. And then these guys' whole ordeal is like waging a...
Guys, Hasan is saying his entire shtick is getting more workers' rights and improving minimum wage. Send me one clip of this. I have never seen him talk about this a single day of my fucking life. All he does is say Asmongold bad, Donald Trump bad, America bad, and he loves terrorism. That's the only thing I have ever seen. You want to know why? Because that's all he talks about. That is all he talks about.
A fucking internet drama war.
Better yet, let's test it. So I'm gonna click a random VOD. You know what? Let's just do the newest one. Here we go. Let's just skip. Let's just see what he's talking about, if he even is. Okay, here we go.
Ideological goals are not dissimilar, you know. Purge the nation's boundary of the subhumans, the underclass, the people that are not like white.
I rest my case. He talks for like 5 seconds and he sounds like a demonic creature speaking like... Anyways, he's just speaking in tongues. Like he speaks like a fucking demon. Anyways, let's continue.
The center of Hasan's ideology is not putting workers first. The center of his ideology is enabling domestic terrorism and...
Why does he say white? I know, he says the word white like he's like some fucking cowboy where he's like, oh, bro, you realize you're white too, Hasan, right? You realize that? Or are you Muslim today? I don't know.
Islamic terror.
We'll see. Sometimes you're white, sometimes you're not.
Terrorists across the world. Here's the reason why I say that. Is because there have been multiple instances where other people want that exact same thing, but they disagree on the Islamic terrorism component. And because of that, Hasan cuts contact with them and treats them as they're an enemy. So you can have disagreements with him about, for example, unions. You can have disagreements with him for example, you know, LGBT stuff. He's not going to be on, like, I wonder if the Houthis agree with him on that or not. I wonder. But the one thing that you can't...
Yeah, I think it's very interesting how Hasan is like very pro-gay, very pro-LGBTQ, And then he supports people who would kill you in the streets for being gay. They would hang you. They would boil you in a vat of acid immediately. Well, he runs a podcast with The Austin Show, aka one of the gayest men I've ever met in my entire life. And I find it very interesting that he hangs flags of nations that would kill him for merely existing. And the reason why he does this is because Hasan is attempting to attract the most brain-dead, brainwashed individuals he possibly can to his stream. So they will mindlessly support him. So he panders to trolls on the internet, and he panders to terrorist sympathizers on the internet because they know that they will mindlessly defend Hasan because they think that he's on their side. When in reality, he would throw them into a pot of acid if it meant to further his career goals. And everybody knows this.
Disagree with him on.
Yeah, the Muslim LGBT Alliance. I know. Yeah, I bet that would work great.
Is Islamic terrorism. And the reason why is because that is the core of his ideology. That is the main fulcrum of what he believes. Everything else is in service of that larger goal. And the way that I can tell that is that is the one thing that he will never compromise. He will compromise all of these other things.
True.
And how do I know he will compromise them? Because his constant fucking, fanboying of China, constant fanboying of the Houthis, constant fanboying of terrorism.
Yep.
So he's compromising every other worker's value that you could possibly have.
Yep.
But the core of it is terrorism.
Yep.
That is the one thing he will never compromise.
True.
Take it to the bank. The core and the main fulcrum and focus of Hasan's ideology is Islamic terrorism and promoting that terrorism inside of America.
It is.
And destroying American values and Western culture.
Yep.
The reason why I'm saying that is that he will literally never...
And he says that while sipping champagne in his multi-million-dollar mansion in Los Angeles, California. Oh, man, America's so bad. Takes his Bugatti out for a fucking spin. Dresses again in his $12,000 Gucci outfit. He's such a hypocrite, it's insane.
Never compromise that value. He is willing to compromise every single...
And he has the means to migrate to any of these other countries. At the drop of a hat, he could do it. I wonder why he doesn't.
Other value other than that one singular value. You can be on his side with everything else, but if you are not on his side with supporting terrorism, especially terrorism in the Middle East, then you are his enemy. That's exactly what happened with Ethan.
Yep. It's the truth. Why do you think his chat spams heart emojis for every act of terrorism? Because that's exactly who Hasan attracts. And everybody knows that.
Ethan and Hasan are completely aligned on almost all of these other social issues.
Yep.
But that one issue is the reason why Hasan has made Ethan his mortal enemy. That's the reason why. He wears secular socialism as a disguise. Well, and again, I think that people's behavior reveals their intentions, right? Not necessarily their words. That is the one ideal and the one value that he will never compromise. He will never compromise that value at all, ever.
Because Hasan's a terrorist. And everybody knows that. We're going to keep going out here. Asmongold says he has zero sympathy for those downplaying the UK rape gang inquiry report after Hasan fan account went after him. I want to remind you. Asmongold spent 7 hours reading 219 pages on the UK report where 250,000 innocent white women and children were raped. And Hasan has a problem with that.
If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him somebody to look down on, and he'll empty his pockets for you. That's what Lyndon Big Dick Johnson said. Oh, he just replied. He said, I've spent hours covering the UK grooming gang reports. I have zero sympathy for people who are downplaying it and calling it bullshit. The atrocities against those children and the years of authorities covering it up are disgusting. Epstein defender, by the way.
When has Asmongold ever defended Jeffrey Epstein? I mean, this guy is just a blatant fucking liar. That's all he does. So now Hasan is accusing Asmongold of being a rapist supporter, a child sex trafficking defender. He's accused him of killing his own mom. He says everybody who hates him is a rapist. And he sends false accusations on everybody to convince his brain-dead audience, which he has a very large one, that everyone who disagrees with Hasan is a rapist. This is fucking insane. To even joke about this is crazy. Show me one clip of Asmongold defending Jeffrey Epstein. This is crazy. Dude, Asmongold made like 20 videos going in on how much of a horrendous piece of shit Jeffrey Epstein is. Look, Epstein files, Epstein files, Epstein files, Epstein files, Epstein files, Epstein files. There's even an Asmongold Epstein Saga 2026 playlist. What the fuck are we even talking about here? Holy shit. This is insane.
Epstein defender, by the way.
I'd put like Pokemon theme music over it. I'd do the whole thing. I hate him.
This guy is such a disingenuous, lying piece of shit. And it's crazy how he could just get away with that. Lying is OP, Diddy Piker. Terrorist supporter, by the way.
Asmongold openly defends anti-Muslim terrorist attack in the UK where 5 men got stabbed. This is nothing. This is not even remotely bad. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? I don't want to hear about this. Now Hasan wants to be worried about something bad happening to him.
This is why
he doubles down and explains why he doesn't care if Muslim people get stabbed in the UK. I have zero sympathy, and I don't give a fuck about some guy stabbing people because they let stuff like this happen.
How about you just let the clip play, you
I have zero sympathy, and I do not give a fuck about some guy stabbing people. It's because they let stuff like this happen on a day.
Who's they? Like, who is the they that's letting stuff like...
Well, maybe let the clip play out and maybe you'll get your answer. What an idea. Asmon countless times has been mad at Trump with the handling of the Epstein files and how no one has been arrested. Oh, I know. I know.
Happen. You know what I mean? And this is what, like a random black guy in Portugal? How is this in any way, shape, or form connected to the Islamophobic hate crime that took place in was it Edinburgh?
Daily basis. They never police these people. They never hold these people accountable. And then they want us all to have empathy for 5 people that get stabbed. Meanwhile, this is happening on an industrial level all across Europe, and they refuse to even talk about it.
Who is they? Like, what do you...
The fucking news mainstream media. What he is saying is a guy goes and non-fatally stabs 5 Muslim men. When a white man does it, it's on every single news outlet in 2 hours. When there are 250,000 rapes by Pakistani Muslim men over the course of 70 years, no one will talk about it. That is what he is talking about. And you know what he's talking about because it's very obvious what he's talking about. But you want to be fucking ignorant because you won't hold your people accountable. You are intentionally misunderstanding shit. And that is 90% of leftist discourse is pretending you don't understand to make something seem worse than it is. It's very simple, Hasan. It's very simple.
I mean, crime? Are there people who are pro-crime? Is that what it is? Is there a big they out there that's like...
Yes, they're very big on not reporting crimes, especially when they're considered by quote-unquote minorities, because they don't want hostility of mainlanders and migrants. Yes.
Pro-crime, where they're like, oh, we love crime. Let's have more of it, please.
Give an inch.
Well, why the fuck would they not report the very real crimes that have occurred? Even finding a baby who is being raped by Muslim men, getting to that house, taking the child, and then giving the baby back to the rape and say, go ahead and have more fun. Or even a man who showed up at a house who knew that his daughter was being raped by a gang of Muslim men, and the father who went to go save his fucking daughter got arrested for trespassing, and not the people who were raping his children. Yeah, there's kind of a problem with that. And yeah, it's kind of a big deal to a lot of people. So that's the they that he's talking about.
Never give an inch.
happening at an industrial level. To be clear, the terrorist already explained why he committed.
Why are you laughing at industrial level when it's 250,000 rapes? It's crazy how you deny rapes, yet you will spend months of your life pretending that fake rape actually happened because they're about presidents or content creators that you disagree with. Pathetic.
These attacks after he got arrested. I'm protecting my country from these fucking Muslim bastards raping our young daughters, is what he said. Yes.
Oh, by the way, this is the part where you guys should be spamming the riot emote because this guy... I need to stop talking. I am working on censoring myself for YouTube just a little bit. Working on myself to censor just a little bit. Let's keep going here.
It's so clear what he's trying to do, man.
Yeah. Tell the truth and tell police officers that they should probably take care of crimes committed by migrants because that's why UK and Ireland are being absolutely decimated right now. Yes. Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. Treat people equally. Yes.
Always the same. It's fucking rich people that don't want you to recognize that Muslim immigrants are no different than you in any way, shape, or form. As a matter of fact, you have a lot more similarities with these Muslim immigrants.
Yeah, besides the very heightened increase in likelihood of them committing fucking rape.
Than you do with your landlord or your boss or faceless, lifeless, parasitic forces of capital. They don't care about you, okay? These guys are your neighbors. But as long as you hate your neighbors...
Yes, guys, people who have money are just very evil. Making money is very evil. Trust me, you have nothing. You have more in common with random immigrants that come to your country with no money than your landlord. Hasan, you're a multimillionaire. You are wearing $12,000 on your body right now. You are living in a $3.4 million mansion in Los Angeles. Why in the fuck are you acting like you're relatable? All you do is spend money, spend money, spend money. You have no wife. You have no kids. All you do is attempt to make yourself look good with finasteride, Ozempic, steroids. You are the most unrelatable human being on the earth. Why the fuck is this guy the face of relatability?
Instead of recognizing who actually controls the levers of power, you are the easiest to fucking dupe and manipulate. That's all this is. And Asmongold is a champion of this cause. Asmongold is the great divider. He does not want you to get mad at the wealthy. He wants you to get mad at others. Okay?
Yeah, I know the guy who lives in garbage wants you to be angry at people who doesn't want you to be angry at fucking billionaires. Hasan, your entire purpose... I don't need to explain this. You guys get why this is fucking ridiculous coming out of his mouth, I'm sure.
He wants you to get mad at other working class folk. That's it.
No. Asmongold has nothing against the working class. You know what he has it against? Violent rape migrants. Obviously. This is about stopping people from being innocent fucking people. Obviously. Obviously, because that's not a good thing. And he finds it ridiculous how there is an attack on white people where anytime a white person can be scrutinized, they will say, this was a young white male. Any other color, they say, a unidentified teen, a unidentified man. Oh, really? Really? Okay, interesting.
He wants to make you feel like there are some of these like super woke forces out there who actually don't think that crime is a bad thing and should be solved in any meaningful fashion.
Bro, there are legitimate police officers in the UK who don't want to report Muslim crimes because they don't want to appear racist. Because in the UK, you can be arrested for making memes. This is how hyper woke the UK is, to where you can be legit. And I want you to read this. Yes, you can get arrested in the UK for posting or sharing offensive memes. Yes, that is what I would consider a giga woke society, to where you can be arrested for making racist memes, but you won't be arrested for 250,000 violent gang on children. Yes, that is a very woke society. Obviously.
Obviously. He has no solution to it. As a matter of fact, he benefits from crime continuing.
And it's the same thing in Australia. How the fuck does Asmongold benefit from How does he benefit from crime Continuing. Oh my God. Oh my God. How do people listen to this guy? How? How do people listen to this very well-respected individual? And I respect his point of view.
And try to make it into racial agitprop.
What the fuck did you just say?
Prop. Into racial agitprop.
Who uses these words? Racial agitprop refers to the use of racially charged media, art, or messaging designed to mobilize public opinion, provoke strong emotional responses. Oh, and now everybody's going to be using it on the internet. Let's go on X. Let's see how many people are using the word agitprop now. The last person to use it was Hasan a year ago. Racial agitprop. I swear to God, he Googles these words that don't exist. Oh my God. That is the last person who used it was Hasan himself. This guy he's so retarded. Just speaking words that everybody understands. Holy crap. Agitprop. Oh my God.
There's always this like other. Problem is this kind of racist agitative propaganda is very effective because a lot of
agitprop, abbreviation for agitative propaganda. Yeah, because we really need a word for that. He had to even explain it, dude. He wants this to be a word so bad. He wants agitprop to be a word so bad, it's fucking pathetic.
people want to abdicate responsibility away, and a lot of people also don't want to look at the current system, the current design of the system, and want to believe that actually there is like some kind of nefarious shadow elite that's like demographically replacing them and creating an existential crisis. The existential crisis is here. It's capitalism.
Says the multi-millionaire. Guys, who do you think likes having tons of money more? Me, Asmongold, or a guy who lives in a multi-million-dollar mansion with hundreds of thousands of props and a designer dog breed on his streams every day while wearing $15,000 per outfit? This guy wears a tie clip. Do you know how pretentious you have to be to wear a tie clip? And I bet you it's made of real silver. Holy crap.
Of course, this fucking multi-millionaire
That's you!
who owns multiple businesses, by the way, of course, he is a servant of forces that are even more wealthy and more powerful than he is.
I cannot believe that Hasan just used the phrase multi-millionaire on Asmongold. He lives in a pile of garbage. I would know. I've been there. He lives in a pile of garbage in his household home that he's lived in for 36 years. He doesn't even have a bidet. He doesn't even have a bidet. That's how you know Asmongold doesn't give a fuck. Jesus. This is fucking insane. This is crazy. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.